Who/what are you? So I'm actually very excited for this video. Let's get right into it. So there's like two parts to a person. You have the true self, and then you have like the personality and the identity and stuff like that. So the point, like you, right, you as an individual, right, that point starts when you become a soul. So what is a soul? A soul is a focal point of awareness. So God is awareness, right, and your soul is a focal point of that awareness. You feel me? So it's like God's a big ass ocean, right, and you are a single wave inside that ocean. So being a wave inside the ocean is not bad. You feel me? At this point, you're a soul. You're a wave inside the ocean, close to the true self, because the true self is God, which is everything. That big ass ocean, that's the truest self. You feel me? And your soul is like the first beginning point of individuality. That's not too bad until the soul starts to be able to interpret things and then starts to identify with the things that it interprets. Because when you start identifying with things, you build an identity. This identity will build a personality, and eventually you will have a set way of thinking, feeling, and acting that's based upon your beliefs, values, mental impressions, and basically just a set way of interpreting things. You feel me? And that's when it becomes a bit bad, because your soul, right, when it starts identifying with shit and it becomes a person, it becomes very, 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 very separate from the true self, that being God, the source, the whole entire ocean. So the wave, right, being a wave is not bad, because the wave, right, the wave is still just a part of the ocean. You feel me? The ocean is water, the wave is water, they're both water, it's all water, right? However, the wave, it gets fucked up when the wave starts thinking that it's something else. If the wave starts thinking, holy shit, I'm a giant, that's not true. It's a wave that's made out of water, and the ocean is water, and it's all water. It's not necessarily a giant. The wave may appear as a giant wave, but the wave is not necessarily a fucking giant. You feel me? And building that identity around it becomes detrimental and stuff like that, because you start acting off that false identity and stuff like that, and pretty much you'll eventually build a life that's not reflective of the true self. Now, with that being said, in order for the soul to get back in tune with the true self, it must realize that it is actually the whole entire ocean. So as a human being, right, you'd have to realize that you're not just that focal point of awareness. You feel me? So what would happen is, first you would dissolve your identity, right? Boom, you get rid of all that other shit. You stop thinking that you're this person and all that other shit, right? You then get into with your pure focal point of awareness, right? Now at this point, you're still not in tune with the full true self, because the true self is all awareness, the whole entire ocean. At this point, all you do is become a wave. Before you were a giant, you stopped being a giant, you let go of all that bullshit, now you became a wave. Now at this point, you need to become the source. You need to become the whole entire ocean. Now doing this, right, will literally make you realize that you do not live inside your body. Now here's what I mean. Your focal point of awareness is set to view life from within inside this body, but you are truly just awareness. So you are the whole entire ocean, right? You're not just the wave. The wave is made of water, and right now you're observing things from the wave perspective. So the wave perspective, right, is the soul perspective. You being a human being and stuff like that, right? That's the wave perspective. You could start becoming the whole entire ocean, which means that everything around you, right? Everything around you has awareness. You feel me? This is just one focal point. You could become all these focal points to the point where they're not even focal points. It's just a whole bunch of awareness. You feel me? Because any single point in space could be your focal point, and your human body is just one focal point. You could become all the focal points, though, and you would see that what you really are is not even inside your body. It's just that your focal point observes things from this body, but you are actually the true self. You're the whole entire ocean. So if you are a wave inside the ocean, and there's other waves and whirlpools and shit like that, right? You don't have to just be your one individual wave. You could be the other waves, the whole entire ocean, and the fucking whirlpool. You feel me? Because you're actually just the water. You're not really the wave. You feel me? You're not only a wave, you're the whole entire ocean. That's what you are. So your individuality, right, begins when you start seeing life. I mean, when you start becoming an individual. You feel me? You become an individual at the level of the soul, because your soul has become a focal point of awareness. There's a whole big ass awareness, and your soul is just a focal point of that one awareness. You feel me? It's only focusing on one point. So it's a whole ass ocean, but it's only on one point. It's only one wave. You feel me? And then from there, that's not really bad. It's not bad being a focal point if you could always get back in tune with the original source. If you could always realize that you're in tune with the source. If you could always realize that even though I'm a wave right now, I could always get in tune with the ocean. It becomes a problem when the wave starts saying, holy shit, I'm a giant. It becomes a problem when the focal point starts saying, holy shit, I'm only a human. I'm this type of person. I do these type of things. I like that. I don't like that. You feel me? That's when shit becomes a problem and stuff like that. You feel me? Now, with that being said, if you can achieve, right, the perfect awareness to have, right, that meaning like when you are a soul, right, when you're the wave, you're always able to become the ocean. When you are the soul, you're always able to become the source, right? If you achieve that, you'll always know what you should be doing. I made a video talking about the key to life, which is to do what you want. I made that video about 4 months ago, but I'm just now dropping it. And now, in that video, I talked about how when you become in tune with yourself, right, you pretty much start knowing what you should be doing and stuff like that. And here's how it works. Like I said, your soul is like a wave inside of an ocean. Now, waves are naturally formed by the ocean, like other factors that wind could affect and other stuff, right? So pretty much the wave forms on its own. So your desires, right? What you need to be doing and stuff like that, right? If you're in tune with the soul, right, and you're in tune with the source also, they will naturally flow through you and you'll naturally act these things out. You feel me? You're, the problem is that people are trying to become a wave, right? And be like, you know what, I'm a wave and I want to walk out the ocean and walk on top of the earth. Like, no. You're only gonna get on the earth if the ocean and the waves and the fucking wind and shit pushes you on the earth. If you're not naturally guided to become a wave and then flow on the earth, you're not supposed to be on the goddamn earth. And my point is, if you didn't naturally, if this idea and this thing is not naturally flowing through you and you're creating it and stuff like that, you feel me? You might not supposed to be doing that shit, or it just may not be coming from the source and it's just coming from your identity that you made for yourself. You feel me? But it's not coming from the true self. When it comes from the true self, it just flows like how a wave is naturally formed and just flows and stuff like that and goes where it's supposed to go and where it's just guided to go by, you know, how it naturally just flowed and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what you are. You being an individual, right, are a soul. You feel me? You are a focal point of awareness. You are a small point of a bigger awareness. Now, you being a small point is not bad. You could always get into with the higher awareness, you feel me? Which is all around you. Meaning that you're not even really inside your body, because you're really all around you while also being inside your body. You just mainly observe life from this body. You could be anywhere else inside space also and shit. You feel me? Now, with that being said, you could always become that bigger awareness. However, it becomes a problem when you start interpreting shit and then identifying with what you interpret, and then you build a whole identity, personality, and then you pretty much just act and think and feel a certain set way that's based upon these beliefs and values stuff that you have from all these from all these false interpretations and all these identities and stuff like that. You feel me? So become the focal point again. That's also aware to become. That's also able to become part of the bigger awareness, because you are just a focal point that's also able to become part of the bigger awareness. Become part of the bigger awareness. You feel me? You feel me?